Hello everyone, so here's an overview what you should choose, either Spotify or Apple Music. So basically two titans of streaming are fighting with each other. Obviously Spotify was the largest music streaming app, but Apple is trying really hard to get onto Spotify. So the pricing is pretty the same, so $9.99 per month and $4.99 for students. Family plan the same as well. Yes, up to 6 people, $14.99. But the difference is with free tier. So on Spotify you have super cool, as in my opinion, free tier with ads. On Apple Music, no, only Beats One Radio is for free. Free trial 3 months there and there. You have a bit higher stream quality on Spotify, and music library also quite the same, 50 million songs. So all the major songs. Maybe there are some more like remixes at some unknown DJs on Spotify. On Apple Music, they can have some exclusive deals to some big names, stuff like that. So just from this table, what stands out to me is just Spotify free plan. So I think it's one of the best music products out there. So you can, on desktop especially, or Spotify web player, you can access all major features for free. So you can just stream music. Of course, you will have ads, but stream music, skip the music. Create playlist, share playlist, follow, all that stuff. So super cool. The one thing where it's limited is only on mobile, where you can't like go to next song, and you can only skip like 6 songs per limited time. So that's pretty annoying, and that's why basically people upgrade to premium. Also, you can download songs with Spotify for free. So there you have it. So quick overview here. Yes, price and subscription options. Winner Spotify. Because there's Spotify free plan. I think it's just amazing. I started my music streaming journey just with Spotify free plan. Streaming quality. It's a draw. You can have a bit maybe higher quality on Spotify, but it's nothing that stands out. Library and music selection. So here it says that the winner is Apple Music. Probably because Apple Music has some really cool like exclusive offers from like high-end artists. You can also synchronize with iCloud Music Library and stuff like that. So that's benefit. I will talk about this later. Interfaces and navigation, it's a draw. I personally really like Spotify app, both on mobile and desktop. But yeah, it's Apple also has pretty nice designers, and Apple Music app is integrated really nicely on iOS devices, where you can listen. Both Apple Music and Spotify available on iOS, Android, standalone desktop app for Windows and Mac, so you aren't listening. In the case of Apple Music, that's iTunes. There is also a web browser. You can listen to Spotify, open spotify.com. Apple Music has beta music, apple.com. So there you have that. But in my opinion, Apple Music is like really tied to Apple ecosystem, and outside of that ecosystem, it just feels weird a bit. So that's the main disadvantage. Where Spotify feels like good everywhere on Android, Apple. They also have really nice web browser, OpenSpotify.com. So there you have it. Music discovery tools. Spotify algorithmic recommendations. That's like really cool feature of Spotify. That's why a lot of people like it, especially like Discover Weekly playlist. So for example, here I have my Spotify desktop app, and I have here Made for You. So this is cool, pretty cool tab. They just put your top songs on repeat songs, repeat rewind, your daily mixes songs, which are pretty accurate. you can have up to 6 daily mixes, discover new music, your release radar, and then your discover weekly playlist, so, which is like also this is one of the best features of Spotify. A lot of people love it. Discover weekly playlist. So 30 songs created based using some algorithms based on what you listened, what you liked, and what you added to your playlists. There is summer wine, there is taste breakers, and there is constantly some kind of stuff like that on Spotify. Recently played. That's there. Browse. You can also obviously access all the charts, all the genres, new releases. If you go to Discover, I would also recommend that. Top recommendations similar to suggested and all that stuff. So this part is super cool on Spotify. That's actually it's got so popular. Then social sharing. Both services let you follow your favorite artist to keep up to date. Spotify codes. So it's much easier to find profiles on Apple Music than it's on Spotify. You do have to already have your friends in your contacts to follow them. And artists are seeming to be more active posting updates on Apple Music. So yeah, probably in that way. But Spotify is also has. You can follow friends on Spotify. You can add someone. You can share playlists between friends on Spotify. But this feature is actually it's true. It's not that developed on Spotify. It's quite complicated. If you need to find your friends on Spotify, you need to know their username and just type some weird stuff in Spotify. So Apple Music is just better designed in this way. So which one is better for you? So like for me, Spotify is winner. I really like that because first they have this super cool free plan which Apple Music doesn't have, only 3 months free trial. While Spotify, if you're on super limited budget, you're a student or something like that, you can just listen straight away and it's super cool. Of course there will be some ads, but yeah. Also the recommendation and discovery features really nice. And availability of some some hidden like remixes and some DJs and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But in my experience, people who are like tied into Apple ecosystem are beginning to switch to Apple Music, because actually if you have iPhone, iPad, Mac, iMac, whatever, like watch, it's just like stuff with Apple Music, it's more like natural. So a lot of processes are just easier with your iCloud library. So if you like tight and you're a fan of Apple, you're like Apple boy, then there is a high chance that you will just switch to Apple Music. Because a lot of my colleagues are telling, it's just so much easier when you're on Apple ecosystem to use Apple Music. So that's the main advantage of that. But if you're on Android, I don't think you should switch to Apple Music. But yeah, I'm personally also like Apple. I use mostly Apple products, but still I kind of use Spotify. I just like it more. Apple Music, I don't know, I don't feel the vibe yet, so where it can catch me with something. There are some nice exclusive releases for particular artists. There is better communication with your artists. They post updates constantly to Apple Music. Maybe there is some better selection of some kinds of some genres of music. But other than that, I think Spotify at the moment is really nicely developed app and platform. So there you have it. That's just my opinion.